I really cannot believe I am sitting here making this video right now. This is a very surreal, full circle moment. 4 years ago, I made a decision that completely changed my life. On April 22nd, 2020, I had a vertical gastrectomy, or VSG. I'm finally sharing this now, not because I'm just now proud, but because I really had to live in it. I had to be grounded. I wanted to be able to share my experience and not just talk about what I think or what I researched, but about what I know, what I felt, and what I've experienced. I'm finally ready to tell the full story. So let's talk about it. From the surgery itself to the emotional weight of it all, what I eat now, how it affected my pregnancy, and all the real questions that I'm always asked. Let's get into it. Now let's be clear. I didn't get the VSG just to be skinny. I was in it for a lifestyle change. I was chasing freedom. Freedom from fatigue, from feeling like I wasn't my best self. And honestly, I needed something drastic. I needed something that I couldn't ignore and that I couldn't just act like didn't happen, like a diet. This isn't just a physical journey. This isn't about numbers on the scale, even though they will drop. That's just the easy part. This is a whole life journey. The trauma, the habits, the identity wrapped around food, that's the real surgery. And that healing doesn't happen on the operating table. It goes beyond the hospital. Okay, so let's break it down real quick. Jasmine, what is VSG? Girl, hold on, let me tell. So VSG, like I said before, is a vertical sleeve gastrectomy, where they take about 75 to 80% of your stomach out. What's left is a small banana-like pouch. Not just about eating less or like having less stuff in your stomach. It also reduces a hunger hormone called ghrelin. I think I'm saying it right. Yes, you do get full faster, but you're also not driven by those same intense hunger pains like I was before. Is it permanent? Yes. They can't go back in and put their stomach back in there. But your stomach is still a muscle and you can stretch out muscles. So if you continue to overeat and not listen to your body, you can very much end up right back where you were. And for me, they would have been right back at 260 pounds, and I can't let that happen. And that's why mindset is so important, which brings me to my next thing. Before you can even qualify for the surgery, you have to have a psych evaluation. And baby, let me just tell you, I almost didn't pass. My psychiatrist wrote a note that was basically saying that I was very optimistic or childlike to think that the people around me would change their eating habits to accommodate me. But what she didn't know was my husband was just as committed to the lifestyle change as I was. And we actually lost a lot of weight together just by changing what we eat, changing our relationship with food, and everything like that. So not only was she wrong, I was right, and I liked it. Not only did he accommodate to my new way of eating, which was in the beginning more Mediterranean based, we actually went further and we've cut out gluten, dairy, processed foods, dyes, food color. We eat real food that heals and sustains. All about that holistic healing, baby. I love it. I love it here. I'm just being honest. But I will say I think that evaluation is so important because it really just kind of lets you know that this is not just physical. Like a lot of the things that you thought were holding you back or keeping you fat, you're gonna meet those things face to face. You can't hide from them. And you really have to like lock in and face those demons, face that trauma, and really see what it is. And sometimes it's not easy, it's not pretty, And a lot of people lose it. Like they go into a deeper depression because they get skinny and it's not what they thought it was, or that really wasn't the reason that they weren't happy in the first place. Especially if you use food for comfort. And let's be real, many of us do, especially in my culture. It feels like grief, like I was breaking up with a friend. Food was my friend for so long. And to really have to grieve that, I wasn't expecting to have to do that. My friend, let me speak for myself. Food was my friend, and it never left me empty physically, but it did leave me empty emotionally and mentally because it was just food. Now I'm going to answer some of the questions that I always get. It's always, why do people get the surgery and they still gain the weight back? I already mentioned this. Your stomach is a muscle and you can stretch it back out. Like you can end up right where you were in the, you go back to like mindless eating and not eating intentionally. You can end up right back where you were. A big one is like, why can people not eat meat? I don't know, like this didn't happen to me. I was able to eat meat, like nothing really changed. Like I said, I did find out that I couldn't eat dairy. I couldn't tolerate, my body could not tolerate gluten, dairy. My body could not really tolerate red dyes, but I didn't know that because I was just gone off of my ADHD. I get angry with red dyes, and having the surgery actually helped me figure out some of the things that was irritating my body, but I didn't know because I just kept putting it in. It was like a massive detox, like everything was taken out. And as I was putting stuff back in, I was looking and feeling my body, and I felt what didn't feel right, and those are the things that I took out. So I figured out I couldn't tolerate dairy when I was drinking the protein shakes, and it would just feel like a brick sitting at the bottom of my stomach, and I'm like, what is going on? Or when I would eat cheese, oh baby, the BGs was tearing me up. Gluten, I felt like I was just bloated, like it was just gas all day. And so that's how I knew. Yeah. Now, like I said, I can't tell you about meat. Me and meat, we always been friends. But some people cannot eat meat. But my theory is the people who can't eat meat, they already had a meat ick in the first place. And when they had the surgery, it really just took a hold of them then. That's my theory. I can't speak on what I didn't experience, but that's my theory. Trying to find my light, y'all. I also continue to eat meat because my hair was falling out. I actually did try to switch to more of a plant-based diet, but my hair was falling out. I will add a picture in with me holding like my hair by the chunks, and that's when I realized that with this surgery, it is meat first, protein first. Make sure to prioritize your protein. You are no longer eating for the satisfaction mentally. You are eating for nutrients. You are intentionally eating. You are eating to live, honey baby child, okay? Is this shit dirty? As I said before, when I first was released after my surgery, they recommended a Mediterranean diet. And so that includes meat, cheese, all of the things, but you were just more lower carb. And then, so it wasn't keto, but it was very much close. Like I didn't eat bread, I didn't eat rice, I didn't eat potatoes, I couldn't have fruits. I couldn't have fruits for a while. I think the first carb that I introduced back into my diet was quinoa, and quinoa is a complete protein. Quinoa is that girl, all right? If y'all want some more like recipes and stuff, I'll get into that later. But like quinoa was that girl. And so I actually do eat potatoes. I eat rice. I eat all the things now. But I eat fruit. But for like the first 6-7 months, I didn't touch it. Like I wouldn't touch it. I completely detoxed off of a lot of that stuff. And also sugar. I didn't do sugar. I did a lot of substitutions with sugar, and I found out that a lot of the substitutes are not just as bad, but when you weigh it, it's just, child, erythritol, especially if you got heart problems, it will kill you. And I didn't know that. And I was erythritol down, baby. And not only that, with my new stomach, a lot of the sugar replacements actually irritated my stomach, and so you'll give yourself diarrhea eating a lot of that sugar-free stuff. So you gotta be extra careful. So I know a lot of y'all are wondering, okay, so you got pregnant. I did. I got pregnant after they told me that I was infertile. Everybody really warned me that I might get pregnant the first year after surgery, and I was looking for it, and I ain't see no baby, and I was starting to get kind of scared because where's my baby at? But I think that it took my body a lot more time to like adjust, and my hormones were just all over the place. I really needed to give my body time to adjust and heal, and I was in a lot of flight or fight situations, and I think that that's why my body just didn't heal as quickly as others. Maybe, I don't know, you really can't compare your journey to anybody else's, but I was like, where the fuck is my baby at? Because she's not here. And I actually didn't get pregnant until my third year. I got pregnant in 2023. So yeah, my third year of VSG, and not from not trying, because I was trying. I was trying. Very much so. But it just wasn't happening. But it's just crazy because once I made the step to take out dairy, which was, like I said, my second to third year, which is when I cut out dairy, I cut out gluten, I cut out the dyes. When I did that and I went more on my holistic journey, that's when I got pregnant. When I started to incorporate my herbs, my red clover, my red raspberry leaf, my damiana, and when I got into more plant medicine, I really think cannabis had a lot to do with putting my body at ease and putting my body in a state of relaxation and being able to breathe in the femininity that I feel like it took to even carry a child. Like, we'll talk about plant medicine later. This is about VSG, but hey, if you want to know about that, drop down in the comments. We can talk about it. Oh yes, so yes, I had my baby naturally. I didn't have an epidural. I carried her full term. I did have some morning sickness in the beginning, but other than that, I had a really natural and healthy pregnancy. I carried her full term. She came out, we breastfed. She never had formula. I never had to supplement her any formula. I didn't lose any teeth breastfeeding. I didn't have any scares. I am healthy. I want to add that I never took I did take the bariatric vitamins that they gave me in the beginning, but most of my vitamins came from whole food sources, from my herbs, from stuff like that. I did take prenatals. If you want to know what prenatals I took, because I do think that matters, please drop it in the comments. Y'all give me ideas so I can y'all just tell me what y'all want to know, and we'll make videos. So I said all this to say that, you know, healing doesn't look like a perfect before and after. It's not get the VSG, get pregnant, you know, or get the VSG, be skinny. It's a becoming. It's a journey for me. It was a journey in finding myself, finding peace and figuring out that being fat wasn't my enemy, that being fat wasn't the reason why everything wasn't working out for me, even though I thought that it was. That wasn't the problem. I needed to release the trauma, the bondage that food had on me. If you are on your journey to self-healing, self-awareness, if you're thinking about VSG, if you just like, I'm thinking about it, but I'm not gonna do it, girl, do it. It's your body, it's your choice. Don't do it. I don't really care. But what I did want to do is I wanted to be a person that did it. You can look at it, you can say, oh, I don't like how her body look, oh, or I like how she turned out. That's just who I am. I am here to showcase an alternative way of life in my journey. So if you like my journey, if you're interested, you want to hear more, please let me know. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I really cannot believe I am sitting here making this video right now. This is a very surreal full circle moment, because it was times, it was late at night and I needed clarity. I needed to find somebody's YouTube. I needed to find somebody who looked like me, somebody who was young, somebody who wasn't 5 weeks out still figuring it out. I needed somebody like me. And so this is me showing up for somebody who has questions, somebody who, you know, has done it. You might be on year 1, year 2, post-op day 7. I'm here for you. We're in this together. You are not alone. I love you, even if ain't nobody else told you. I did. Mwah.